Hello, everyone. Welcome to chapter 179, the penultimate chapter of this season. And of course, this one is titled I've Been Severely Depressed for a Year. Yes, we are doing a celebration of my depression. I'm recording this at 6:30 p.m. on Friday, which means it will probably be a little bit late unless everything goes according to plan and my internet provider isn't a little bitch. So, let me talk about my drink first. I have a can of Coke Zero and I was priming it to open it with one hand. Celebration sounds. And I accidentally did open it, and I'm glad I did it off the air because it went everywhere. The can was shook up a little bit. So, yay, Coke Zero. Now, a few things. I think I've talked about it in the last episode, but anyways, I'm recording this a little bit late because I got back to Tehran at 8 in the morning today. I had spent the last 3 days in Tabriz. I was on a trip with my girlfriend and our friends, 7 people, and it went okay considering I was the one who planned the whole thing, and everything I plan is really bad. So this was a good one. I accidentally did a good thing. Anyways, yeah, that was the thing that got a lot of my last week. It was fun. It was colder than here. On the second day, I think I might have caught a cold, but lots of pills and lots of hot drinks made sure I didn't cough. I sound a little bit sick. My nose is all stuffed up. It might be seasonal allergies as well. So, yeah. But, anyways, let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Last year, around this time, I became a little bit depressed. Now, the catalyst was my movie, The Dawn Rises. Every time I go into a pre-production for a movie that I am at the helm of, I usually have a couple of panic attacks, definitely anxiety-induced eating and sleeping disorders throughout the whole thing, and a little bit of depression. This one was a little bit worse because it was my most expensive work to date. It still is. I'm not saying like I've made more expensive things. No, it still is. And because of that, a lot of insecurities about me as a director, about my career, about where I will go, about my relationships with my friends, about everything just got to me. And I started to feel a little bit depressed. It got a little bit worse as I went on, and then the movie happened. It was incredible and hard at the same time. And then we went into the spring. Spring wasn't easy either. And then a tiny thing, I had to perform for a movie in early summer. And because of that, I was playing a clinically depressed person. So I actively tried to make myself feel worse. And I did. I made myself feel so bad that I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So that's summer gone. And then through the winter, you all are aware of the saga of Dracula video and inertia and just general motivationless nights that I've spent. And then there is the documents thing for Canada, which I haven't gotten my results yet. It's a whole other can of worms that I will probably go to more depth in the next episode, which is the final episode of the season, because goddamn, these things do fly fast, don't they? But there is a lot of uncertainty in that as well. So generally speaking, I haven't had a lot of time to get better. And like clockwork, last night while we were walking in the street, my friend said, "Oh, David Lynch died. Now, I just genuinely denied it, like outright. Nope, he's not dead. Which is not healthy, but I was under a lot of pressure, We were coming back to Tehran. There was some mismanagement of time, as usual. So I was in a bit of a sour mood. So that I just outright denied it. Then through the night on the bus, I started thinking about it. Then we got to Tehran. I dreamt about it. I'm not gonna talk a lot about David Lynch, but the man meant a lot. As much as I don't think I will ever make movies like he did, the effect he had on my sensibilities is undeniable. There is a little bit of him in me, even if I want to deny it. Like, as much as I love Sergio Leone, and I do, I think there is more of Carol Reed and David Lynch in how I approach a movie visually than there is Sergio Leone. But, it's hard to live in a world that doesn't have David Lynch in it anymore. You know, it's hard to live in a world that I have to get up and think, oh, we don't have David Lynch in it anymore. He died of smoking. I probably will die of coke. I wish I had meant the cool kind. Nope, it's Coca-Cola. That was a good start of 2025 and a good anniversary of depression. But yeah, looking back at the year through just the lens of my depression, like I'm putting aside the 2024 retrospective that I did in the last two episodes. By the way, if you haven't checked them out, go ahead and check them out. You will see my plans for 2025, and then you can judge me as I fail to stick to any of them. But looking at the year I had through the lens of depression alone, I don't think I did a poor job respecting a lot of things. It wasn't like 2023. 2023, I did a whole lot of stuff because I wasn't depressed. I am generally depressed. I'm an anxious, depressed person. I deal with a lot of things that I probably should seek medical attention, if not just the therapy attention. But I can't because I can't take medication for them, and therapy is kind of expensive. So I know that I have issues. Anyone who's talked to me for more than a day knows I have issues. But as I think about it in that lens, I think a depressed mind gives up more easily. And there are so many things I could have given up. You've seen me sleep so many times. Even with this show, there have been episodes that I forgot to record on time. There have been mistakes, more mistakes than ever before. I've been motivationless. I'm losing track of time to an extent that is honestly worrying me. I'm misremembering things. I'm dealing with a trauma that I don't want to deal with because it makes me sound like a fucking coward, but I am. I'm dealing with the trauma of getting my phone stolen and all of that. And through all of that, I managed to still do some shit, and that is kind of okay for me. It's not great. It's not an inspirational story, but it's not a downer one either. Of course, Speaking of that, I couldn't have done it alone. As I said in the last episode, I don't think I'm a good friend. Throughout this trip, I don't think I was a good host either. I know I wasn't a good host. I don't think I was a good travel companion either. But putting that aside, I don't think I'm a good friend, but I definitely have the best friends out there. It's easy to give up on someone like me, you know? It's easy to say, well, he's not gonna get better. Let's just give up. And there are many times I was worried. I still am worried that might happen. One day my friends will wake up and say, well, he's hopeless. Let's just forget about him. But they haven't yet. They haven't yet done that. They're still with me. They're still part of me. They still check up on me, seeing how I am. They still tell me they care about me. And these are just my friends. Like my girlfriend alone, she had so many opportunities to just fucking just give up on me, and I wouldn't have blamed her. I wouldn't have blamed her if she had done that, because honestly, I don't know how she doesn't. I am not a good boyfriend by any measure. I'm lazy, I'm entitled, I'm spoiled. And on top of all of that, I'm depressed. I can't think about anything. I can't do anything. When she wants to have a serious talk with me, my mind just closes up because I can't imagine anything. And yet she hasn't given up on me. So looking at it through the lens of the depression, that I've been depressed for a year, I just fucking love my friends. I love that they still try to help me. Earlier this year, I was having a pretty shitty day, like one of those worst days. And my friend, I said I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna just whine, and I'm not gonna go out. My friend called me and took me out to play Camel Up in a board game cafe where the lights went out. I fucking love that memory. I fucking love that picture. We took a picture there. We went there with a couple of friends. And I fucking love that. I told my friend I'm very isolated. I feel very isolated. And he fucking got me a video game so I can play with him. It was Valheim. It's fun. I love playing it with him, but it's fine. I'm surrounded by people who really seem to love me, and I don't know why, but I am grateful. Sorry if I'm feeling a little bit emotional. As I said, I have been depressed for a year. There are a mountain of projects I want to do, and I feel unable to even start them because I feel too weak. I feel I'm stuck. And let me not just start not even talking about the whole thing with the Canada thing, because in 10 days my mother is going to Canada, and that's gonna change how I live in Tehran for a long while. And I'm not ready to deal with that yet either, so I'm not going to talk about that. But probably next episode, because then it'll be in 3 days. 3 days. But yeah, I am depressed. All of these are putting pressure on me. I can't deal with them anymore. And on top of all of them, David Lynch fucking dies. Depression is hard. If you are depressed and you have the financial means to, and it's not like gonna add to your depression, do seek out professional help. Do seek out therapy if you're not adverse to taking medication like I am. Do take the necessary medication that is prescribed to you by a psychiatrist. Don't just take pills on your own accord. But depression makes you feel small. It makes you feel unwanted. It makes you feel unloved. It makes you feel a lot of things. And it makes you unable to do most things that you want to do. But there is one thing it hasn't made me yet, and that is to give up yet. When I make that episode inevitably saying titled, like, I don't know, chapter 192, I give up, um, I haven't given up yet. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. I don't know if right now, after I'm done recording this, what will happen. Mentally, I mean. Physically, I know I will lay down because I've been walking a lot again, and my legs are fucking killing me, and my knee is fucking killing me, so I have to lay down and upload the episode. But I don't know if mentally I'll be okay or not. This has spiraled out of control. Jesus. With that cheery note, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out AK88 Studios. I'm trying to cram that in as well. Um, if you comment on YouTube, I will respond to you. I think I've got comment enabled on Spotify as well. And if you have Castbox specifically, I am also on that app. So if you comment there, I will get a notification. If none of them work for you, you can email me. There's an email address in the description. But yeah, an anniversary of depression. It's been hard. I know going forward, I'm not going to magically get better. For me to get better, a lot of things need to happen. As I said, because I once kicked depression, I'm always going to be adverse to just getting help, because the last time I didn't get any help. So I wish I hadn't gotten better then. But I mean, that way you wouldn't have listened to this for 179 episodes, because I would have fucking killed myself. But anyways, that aside, joking aside, I don't think I'm going to get better magically, but I think I need to try to get better. I'm trying to plan better, more flexible, you know? Some things just don't happen. Sometimes things happen out of order, and that's okay, as long as I remember to just keep taking tiny steps forward. Yes, my room is a mess, but I can start by cleaning a corner of it and then move ahead. I'm trying my best to stay positive and trying my best to do things as I need to. I think all that is left to say is rest in peace, David Lynch. We're gonna fucking miss you. I'm gonna fucking miss you. See you all next week.